Welcome back, everyone. I'm trying to go back into the Dragon Age scene. Hey, everyone. Hey, clan. And welcome to another Warriors Thoughts on the latest, well, not so much latest, the gameplay footage that was released from, can't remember the fucking expo's name. What the hell is it called? Digital Expo. The Digital Expo 2013 gameplay of Dragon Age Inquisition. Now, this is, from what I've been able to gather, the same gameplay from PAX and PAX East, so I do know that that footage was released ages ago, but I thought that BioWare hadn't officially released it yet, but apparently they had, and I hadn't watched any because out of respect to BioWare. And I just wanted to wait and just clarify that this was okay to watch and it was okay to look on. There are dozens of videos about online. It's about half hour's worth of gameplay, and it shows quite a lot of aspects of it, and I didn't cover the PAX one because I didn't have time, unfortunately. And MD, Lady Insanity and Ability covered that much more better than I could have. But I did want to talk about the gameplay because I absolutely have to talk about it. It just looks that good, and I just want to get my opinion across on it. Now, the first thing I'm going to say is the game looks fucking fantastic. This is pre-alpha footage, so this is pre-alpha footage. I can't wait to see what the final product looks like, and from what I've been able to gather from the various BioWare devs that are tweeting, basically, it gets better each day, which is hard to fucking believe because the game looks fucking beautiful as hell. I absolutely love the look of it. I'm not gonna lie, the Frostbite 3 engine, I think it is a vast improvement over the previous Dragon Age engines. I was very skeptical to the fact that the Frostbite engines have only ever been used in military shooters and first-person games. I do know it's probably been used in others, but to my knowledge, it's mostly like FPS it's been used in. So I was very skeptical, but with this new engine, I'll give it that. EA did a good thing in letting BioWare use this engine. It looks fucking beautiful. Now I'm going to cut to a couple of scenes in the footage to basically talk about the aspects. I'm not going to go over the whole footage, but I think you really need to go and watch the whole thing because it's over half an hour. But I am going to talk about individual aspects that I think are really interesting. And for me personally, I'm not going to cover everything, but one of the first things I'm going to cover is if I'll switch over to it. Oh, son of a bitch, give me a minute. The device, sometimes this, not wrong thing, sometimes this does play up on me, I do apologise. Give me a moment, refresh. Okay. Come on. Oh, give me a minute, I need to re-add it, so give me a moment. Add window. Okay. Refresh. It's not picking up the window, son of a bitch. Why is it not picking up the window? Oh wait, that's why. I need to leave it open. I closed it. Oopsie daisy. Okay, give me a moment just to get back. Okay. Position. Move to top. Yeah, man. Give me a minute. Sorry, you need to see my lovely face. There we are. Give me a moment. I'll make it a little bit clearer for you to see. So just give me un momento. Sorry, I'm sorry. This software is kind of finicky sometimes. But yeah, the first thing I want to comment on is that, well, this is our Inquisitor. We've seen this countless times, and I must admit, he looks fucking badass. Not my personal favourite choice for an Inquisitor. I don't particularly like the two-handed sword. I'm much more partial to one-handed sword in this hand, and slightly smaller sword in this hand for a little bit of dual wielding action. That's my kind of thing, so I'll keep my sword handy just in case. I find it more useful. You get more use out of one-handed than you do two-handed, in my opinion. But I want to talk about this, and this is something that has been shown. Let me just double check something. I just need to make sure I disabled the mic on this. Yeah, I disabled it because I had a problem with it earlier on. But what we're seeing here, from what the dev team were able to show us, is that this is a tear in the veil, and there are countless tears all over the world that you're in right now, due to the fact of the massive tear from the trailer that we saw back at E3, the massive hole in the sky, which you're like, shit. And I must admit that what they were able to tell in this video was the fact that you will eventually have to go and seal this tear, but at the current moment you don't have you do not have the necessary resources to get this. And I find this interesting because it makes you wonder, how the hell are you going to close this tear in the veil? Tears in the veil are not easily closed. They're not easily opened either, but it's much more difficult to close them than it is to open them. To open a veil in a tower requires immensely powerful magic or a massive bloodbath, as stated in the world of Thedas. But to seal it, that requires, if not more magic, or more of a noble sacrifice. It's not easy to close a tear in the veil, and apparently there are dozens of these tears all over the world, and you have to seal them all, but some of them you won't be able to get to at the current moment. Like, some of them are going to be extremely difficult to get to. This one here apparently is either underwater or too far out into the ocean that you can't actually get it. Now, I will fast forward a little bit to another part that I find interesting. Now, from here, this actually is our Inquisitor. I'm assuming this is the hero, the default human one. Now, as this is still pre-alpha footage, so everything is susceptible to change. And as I say, I would play the audio for his voice, but it's very difficult to hear it for me personally, and I don't know if I should, but I will say go watch the video. But the voice sounds Ferelden. Now, BioWare have stated that apparently each race will have a unique voice actor for their race, apparently, so that's good. But what I want to comment on here is the dialogue wheel, and this is pre-alpha footage, of course. This is one of the choices you will probably have to make in this game, is the choice of this town called, what's it called? Crestwood. Now, BioWare clearly stated that they are bringing back the emphasis of choice in the games, and the fact that in this game, you're going to have to make very difficult choices, as exampled here. You've got 3 choices here. Now, Crestwood, is being attacked by Red Templars, who are, if you don't know, Templars who are high on red lydium, which is a very volatile stuff. Lydium alone is volatile, but red lydium is highly volatile. And this is now, apparently your Inquisition troops, have been getting the shit kicked out of them, and they have suffered massive casualties. Many of their men are wounded and, if not dead. And here you actually have to make a choice. You've got 3 choices here. You can either say to the guys, look, ready, we're going to go and get Crestwood, we have to save this town. You can say, go back to the keep. Or you can say, stay here with your wounded, I'll go and take care of what's happening in Crestwood. Which is a very difficult choice, because in the game you're going to have to make choices like this in which you're going to have to decide something. And these choices will have ramifications, which BioWare stated later on in the video and throughout the video, that you have to make this choice. There's no if, buts, or what's about it. You have to make a choice. And it says in this one, if you, for example, what they did in this video, say your men just get back to the fucking keep, and you choose not to go and help Crestwood, that town is destroyed. There is nothing left of that town after you get back. You can't just say, oh, I'll come back to it later. You have to make a choice. You can't just say, oh, I'll be back later to save this town. No, you can't. You have to make the choice there and then whether or not you save this town or not. Which, now, I don't know how I'm going to play the game yet, but as is, if I was given this choice right here, right now, if I was playing Dragon Age Inquisition, I would probably say stay with your wounded, take care of them. I'll go and see what I can do in Crestwood, and I would go and try and save Crestwood. That's the type of Inquisitor I want to play. But then again, that is going to leave massive ramifications, because also the keep is under attack as well, apparently. At this point, so you have to make a choice, either save the town or save the keep. Now, the keep isn't going to be destroyed, apparently. It will get destroyed to an extent. You have to make the choice, and I'm very interested to see how this unfolds with different choices throughout the game. And I really want to see what this does. I really, really do. And I'm very interested to see, like, what other choices with it. This is a very difficult choice. Do you save the innocent, or do you save yourself in a way? And it's very difficult a choice to make. I said, I don't know what I'm going to do in that position when I eventually get to this game. And I'm very interested in seeing what happens. Now, as I say, this is pre-alpha footage, so I can't say anything about the dialogue wheel, but the dialogue wheel, from what I say from the pre-alpha footage, does look okay. It does look like the Mass Effect style one, which is probably the one they're going to stick with, but I do hope they flush it out a little bit more. Now, what's the next part I wanted to show? This is it. This is actually what I show example. No, where is it? Where is it? There we go. That's Crestwood. That's Crestwood being attacked. That's its health. So you could, at this point, run in and go and save them. They said that in this thing, and your men are way back to the keep. So you could be a one-man army, but at the same time, you're part of an Inquisition. You can't be a one-man army all the time. Now, if that was me, I would probably run in there head first and just be like, let's save this fucking town. But you're going to be at a massive disadvantage due to the fact that you're 4 people with your party, when if you say to your men, go and attack, you would have had an army with you. So it's a very difficult choice to make, but I do like the idea that you can actually, if you wanted to, try and save this town single-handedly, but at the same time, that will probably have ramifications as well. Like, you don't work well as a team. An Inquisitor, you're the head of an Inquisition. You can't be a one-man army, because you have to set an example. You don't want people relying... Now, I'm very interested to see what BioWare do with this, actually. The fact that... I'm going to switch over to me for a minute. I want to actually say this right now. I want to make sure you can see me for this. I'm very interested to see what BioWare will do with this. Like, if you decide to say to your men, go back to Crest, go back to the base, I'll go and handle what's in there, what kind of example will that lead to you in Dragon Age Inquisition? Will, if you go in there head first by yourself, will you be seen as a headstrong leader? Or will the Inquisition grow to rely on you too much? That kind of thing. I'm very interested to see what they do with that, because if you're a one-man army and you're just going in there taking on everything yourself and you're doing well at it, will the Inquisition just think, don't worry, we'll just send the Inquisitor to go and do it? I'm very interested to see what they do with that. That would be really interesting to see what those ramifications, because you have to think like a leader, you can't think like a hero. I'm very interested to see what they do with that. Now I'm going to go forward a little bit further. I just need to find the right part. Now they did actually show off a new thing here. The yellow flame up here. I don't know if you can see my cursor, but the green glowing flame up there is Veil Fire. That's basically a fire that doesn't go out. It's actually very powerful apparently, and you will be using it a lot. It's a new sort of like, it's so you don't have to be carrying around like 80 fucking torches with you and be like, oh, for fuck's sake, this torch went out. Give me another one, so you don't have a pack mule behind you. Now, they did say this is a rare mineral, but it'll probably become more available to you as you get on. Now, I don't know if I can get a better shot, a better look at these guys. I'll play it a little bit and see if we can. No, it's pretty damn dark, but we'll get... okay, well, there we are. That's probably the best way. Now, the guy with the red sword there is a Red Templar, as the health bar showed during the video. The Red Templars are new enemies in the game. I'm very interested to see what they are. They are Templars who are hopped up on Red Liam, as I stated, and I'm very interested to see what this does, because we don't know a lot about Red Lyrium other than the fact that it makes you go fucking nuts. So I'm very interested to see what this does. Like, what are these Templars putting their bodies through when they take this Red Lyrium? And from the sword that we can see there, they're making weapons out of Red Lyrium. So are they just making weapons out of this stuff, or are they actually drinking this stuff, like the lyrium? Are they taking this little vial of lyrium around their neck and it's actually red lyrium just going glug, 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 glug. Oh shit, that's good shit. Is that what they're doing, or is it just a weapon they made it like Meredith, who is now, speaking of Meredith, let's actually get to the point now what I really show. That fucker. Come on, let's see if I can get a better shot of him. There he is. Now, this is an enemy we have seen before. He was seen in the first trailer for Dragon Age Inquisition. He is a behemoth, and from what I can gather, he is basically a Red Templar who is hopped up on fucking Red Lyrium. This is what happens to them probably as they're exposed to it over an extended period of time. Now, we don't know how long or how much Red Lyrium a person would have to take or use to get like this. If it's anything like Meredith, they would have to have been exposed to it for years. Like, it took years for Meredith to get to the point in which she turned into a statue. Now, does that mean... Now, this also puts up some interesting questions. Is Meredith really dead? Now, I do think BioWare have stated that she is fucking dead. But if this is what Red Lyrium can do, and these are behemoths, are we going to run across a lot of these ones? And also, more interestingly, will we have a Red Templar in our party? Now, I know the Red Templars are a new faction, but that doesn't mean that there is a possibility. BioWare have always been really good at adding little things. In fact, I'll switch over to my screen again. Oops, didn't mean to show that. But BioWare have always been good with their parties and their diversity. So I don't know if they're going to add the fact that you may have someone who is addicted to Red Lyrium in your party, or may use Red Lyrium. It's very difficult to say that. Like, BioWare are always good at that, adding diversity to your party. Now, we only have 3 confirmed party members, Cassandra, Varric, and Valenia, I believe is how you pronounce her name. I call her Vi, or V, depending on my preference. And each one has their own different personality. Cassandra, from what we can gather, is very much a pro-chantry. Is very much a idea of mages have to be watched. Varric is indifferent, and I think Valenia is pro-mage, if memory serves me. I could be wrong, I haven't read up on her in a while, but I'd be very surprised if there wasn't someone who knew about Red Lyrium in your party, or was on Red Lyrium. I would be very surprised if there wasn't. Let's continue on. I don't want to show you the full video because I don't want to be here for a half hour. I'm just trying to get to a good point in which we can see stuff. By the way, the game looks fucking beautiful. I'm not gonna lie. The game looks fucking amazing. Now this is the point at which they did jump forward a little bit to another save. Wait, did I miss the equipment part? I wanted to go over the equipment part. Now, of course, we do see the map here of Ferelden, of where we are. Like there, the little eye icons where the Inquisitor are. So we are near the Abyss. Yeah, I'll grab my book. I have reference material. I should have taken a note of this, but fuck it. Come on. There we are. We are near... They don't say on the map. Where is it? Map. There we are. We are in the western approach, and we are near the Abyssal Reach. So this is the base, by the way, from the dragon. The keep that we are going to, by the looks of it, is going to be the keep from Asunder, which is the book, which is here. Asunder, this book. They actually go to the Abyssal Reach in that book, in the book. So that is this very leads credence to the fact that that is the base that's in the book, and I think they have confirmed that we will be going to a base there. It was a Grey Warden base apparently, so it does have the Griffin icon on it. So that's a good wee icon that we are going to be going to the Abyssal Reach, which is very interesting because I'd love to see what that place looks like. Now I will fast forward a little bit here because there's something that they want to show. This here. Firstly, big motherfucking dragon. Oh yeah. Can't wait if I can take that thing on. Also, they did say, by the way, that enemies will not scale to you. You scale to the enemies, which means basically that you can go and try and take on a dragon at level 1. That thing's going to be like level 50, and you'll get annihilated. You can come back to it eventually. But what I'm more interested in is this, the green mist there. Now, from what BioWare have stated, this is basically this is a aerial lock-off mechanism. That mist is poisonous and will kill you in seconds. And this is basically an area that's a no-go, but there's a reason you can't go there, that mist stops you, but you want to get there eventually, so it does state that there are areas in the game that are locked off to you for now, but you will get there eventually. Now, we don't know how we're going to get there, like, as you see, the dragon's immune to it, so it is possible that this dragon is causing this mist, which means, to get in there, we're probably going to have to kill that dragon. I'm speculating, and I'm assuming, but it would make sense in my opinion, because we did see in the original trailer for Dragon Age Inquisition that this dragon does have some kind of green breath, if memory serves me. I could be thinking otherwise, but apparently they also showed later on in this that you can actually harvest this stuff, apparently, to maybe get through it and find an antidote or something to resist against it. And you don't have to. You don't have to get through this if you don't want to, but it will give you more resources. You will have to think about that. Let me just fast forward a little bit. I actually want to fast forward to the, there's the keep that we're going to. I actually want to show off this is what I want to show off. This is a very pre-alpha, so do understand that, but this is basically what we can gather as the new interface lookout. Now it could change later down the line. Everything is susceptible will change more than likely, but it's very interesting to see this. Now, as we can see here, it looks like they are just going with a very basic one. This is definitely pre-alpha, but as it says, this is maybe going to be how the interface will look. Now it says we do have like the Inquisitor, the class, the level, that kind of thing here, but we do have a bit more. I actually like this interface a little bit. Now I know that probably more than likely it will change, but I actually like this interface a little bit. It has your weapons there. You can put your weapons there or there. You can have them up there. It definitely looks interesting to me. I do like the look of it, and of course we're gonna see. If you can see, we actually do have there are a lot of enchanted items there. Here's the first Inquisitor's flame. This is the sword. This is the and Cassandra. Oh la la, hot. And a guy's heat, of course. But we're gonna see the one, the only. Bring it out. Bring it out. Flaming sword! I had to say it. I had to fucking say it. Give me a break. The flaming sword! Now, this is very, very different. And why I talk a little bit about this. This is very different than the enchantments in Dragon Age Origins and Dragon Age 2. Now, Dragon Age Origins, Dragon Age 2, the enchantments did show visually in some aspect. Your sword would sparkle with lightning, would be on fire constantly, which I don't want to know how the fuck they put how when you went like this. I'll just put my flaming sword on my back and it won't burn at all. I smell burning flesh. But as it says, that the enchantment doesn't activate until you bring the weapon out, which is actually very, very convenient. Now, I want to say this, the enchantment looks fucking awesome. Like, fire and everything just burning across there. It looks pretty damn fucking awesome. I do apologise, I'm getting tweets. I'll check them later. But I am liking the look of this. I really am liking how how detailed the flame looks. I am liking the fact that maybe enchantments will get improved. Now, there is also the confirmation tactical camera is back, which looks fucking fantastic. Oh wait, this is a Ventori Druid. A Drudge. By the way, fucking called it. Fucking called it. These are fog warriors. No ifs, buts, or what's about it. These are fog warriors. The tactical camera, of course, is something that I will be using a lot. I guarantee it. Now, they did state here, I want to say this before this goes, they did state here that there are multiple ways to get into this keep. You can maybe, they did say maybe there's caves underneath the keep that you can come up from underneath. Maybe you can scale the walls, maybe there's a broken down wall, maybe there's a various different methods to actually get into this keep. But BioWare, of course, decided to go with the old-fashioned way. Let's just knock. And I have to say, Cassandra, bad ass bitch! Just knock. That's all you have to do. That's all you have to fucking do, is just knock. Now, I am trying to fast forward to points in which I think are very interesting. This is more tactical camera and all that stuff. I said, go watch the full video if you want to see the full thing. In much more detail, of course, than me. Then I'm just skipping over aspects of it. Of course, we have some artwork. Of course, this is like the transition. This is, let me just actually get to a good point in which I want to talk about. Oh, by the way, I just want to notice this. Why is that black? Look at that, like the area near Orlays. Why is that entire area up there black? Now, this is very similar to what they did with Dragon Age Origins, in which they basically, the Darkspawn Horde would slowly but surely expand into areas, and eventually you could go there, but it'd be extremely dangerous. I don't know if this is something similar in the fact that maybe this corruption, or whatever the hell has caused this, is expanding like the Darkspawn Horde, and eventually it will lock off areas that you can get to. And I don't know if this means this is in areas you cannot get to, or areas you can go to but are at extreme risk, or this is an area you have to liberate. I don't know, it's very difficult to say. But I think that that's very interesting to see what that is, because there's black everywhere. I don't know what that could mean. Of course, this is more artwork. There's the keep, which looks awesome. It looks like you can upgrade it by the looks of it, which is very interesting. I think they did say you could upgrade it, customize it. I think BioWare confirmed that, which I will be doing. By the way, BioWare, I want to say this right now. I'm getting this. BioWare, if you're watching this, I want leopard printed walls. I want the option to have my fucking walls in my keep leopard print. Also, Scotland flag. Because, yeah, just a white cross and blue. That's all I want. All I want. I also want velvet rugs. I'm the Inquisitor. I need style. I want my rugs. I want my fucking fancy ass red velvet rugs going all over the place. Leopard print wall. Sitting on my throne just being like, this is Mackie, bitch. I want that. Please, BioWare, come on. Have a little fun with us. Come on. Okay. Now that is like the different styles it keeps, as I say, is the style they're going with. Now the next thing that I want to show is if it will move there, is this looks like this is very interesting. Like this looks like that. Now what they've said here is this is the agent system. This is the agents are resources basically in a way. These are your agents in the Inquisition. You can send them over the area to. Now this is a good example here. Is that you can fortify the Great Griffin Wing Keep, the keep that you just took basically in this demo. You can fortify it. You can send agents over there to make it better, make it stronger, make it much more powerful than what it is, but it will cost you agents. Like you have 15 agents stationed, and that's what's going to happen. You can fortify it and make it stronger, which is very interesting to see what that is. And also there's a skull in the background, which I don't like the look of. That's probably someone who pissed me off. Possibly. And I find that quite interesting to see that we've got a day with that. The Shattered Colosseum. Now let's have a look at here. The origins of this magnificent statue have been lost to history, and years of sandblasting have scorched any indicating features. Throughout the concept effort, the statue could be restored, holding the symbol of the Inquisition authority visible to the leagues, visible from leagues around. Now, that's basically insert penis envy joke here. But that's very interesting, the fact that that's not really something that will help you in combat-wise. But this requires 50 agents. That's very interesting to see what that does. Like, if you do that, what kind of bonuses will that give to you? Having your giant Inquisitor symbol basically saying, look at me, bitches. Just look at me. That's very interesting to see what that could do. That's very, very interesting to see what could happen there. I really am interested in seeing what that could do. Now, what could that mean? What could that say? It's very difficult to say. Like, why would you do that when it doesn't give you any combat? It's for morale bonus, in my opinion. And also show that the Inquisition is here, bitches, and we're here to stay. But it is a massive drain on resources, and you have to manage your resources very carefully. So it's very interesting to see what they're going to be doing that. What else? As is, I'm just the West Gate, an ancient inventor construction. The Western Gate has been incapable, has been inoperable and sealed for centuries. Force explosions to scale the sheer cliff faces to gain access. A team of dedicated engineers developed from Griffin wings may be able to restore the gate and allow our scholars easy passage. That requires 5 agents. Now, that says, what could that mean? If it's been sealed, why was it sealed? Why is it sealed? What's in there? So, in all honesty, if I saw that, I'd be like, I want to know what's in there. Go. And it's not a massive drain on resources. It's 5 agents. Not a problem. Go, agents. Go. I want to know what's fucking in there. So that's very interesting to see what that'll do. I really want to know what's in there, because the Deventures were sick fuckers. Alchemist opportunity. Careful applications of wind spells cleared the air long enough for our masons to construct the initial capes, accommodating artifact daggons specialization. The area is safe for travel, and our collections have coin flowing. That's for monetary value. That's very interesting. Actually, you get money for that. I think that's about everything I wanted to show off. Actually, this is just showing off the keep a little bit more, some more of the area, and that's about it. And of course, there's the dragon. Hey, fucker. Hey, dude. How you doing? I want to say hi. Hi, and it ends. Goes BioWare are dicks like that. Now, I want to say that I covered what I could in that. I would highly recommend going to watch that if you haven't already. But I just wanted to give my opinion on it. That's a lot of that stuff there gave us a lot of insight into Dragon Age Inquisition, showing what could be done in this game. I'm very interested to see what they could do with that. As it says, the idea of managing your resources, your agents, and all that crap. That could be very, very interesting to see what they're going to be doing with that. Because you have to think strategically. You can't think like a warrior. You actually have to think like a general. In the Inquisition, you're not just one soldier. You are the icon, the symbol of the Inquisition. The Inquisitor must lead, he must battle, but at the same time, he must make choices. He must be an example to his people and also show examples of bad. I have no idea where I was going with that, but fuck it, I'll go with it. Sorry, something in my teeth. Okay, got it. So I'm very interested to see more gameplay from this. I would love to see what they're going to be doing with this. I am going to try and maybe do a little something. I'm not going to say what it is right now. But I'm very interested to see what kind of experience we can get with this. I really am. I do hope that this leads to more gameplay coming in. We will get to see more. And maybe, hopefully, E3, which, if all goes well, I hopefully will be going to. I am saving up for it, but it's still a big effort at this moment. I'm very interested to see where this is going to go, and if I get a chance to go to E3, I will try my damnedest to get an interview with people from Dragon Age and ask them as many questions as I can. But I am very interested to see what they're going to be doing with this. I want to see where they're going with this, and I don't know when. I don't think Inquisition has an exact release date. I do think it's coming out late 2014, which is absolutely fantastic, absolutely fine with me personally. And I really want to see what they're going to be doing with this. I really, really do. From what I've seen, if this is pre-alpha footage, I can't wait to see the final product. And hopefully, as I say, your decisions will have to make a much. And you can't save everyone. I always love that about BioWare games, is that you can't save everyone. You have to save what you can. And even then, as a leader of the Inquisition, you have to make sacrifices. I like that idea. Like in Dragon Age Origins, you had to make choices that would either kill people or lead to massacres. Like the Circle of Magi, for example. You had to make a choice to either save the mages or kill them all. Now, you save the mages, you don't get the Templars. You don't save the mages, you get the Templars. It's the kind of a thing that I really do like also with the Dalish Elves. You could save the Dalish Elves and they'll help you out, or you can save the werewolves and you have werewolves on your team. What's a bit better? And I do like the idea that you might have to make the very difficult decisions like Crestwood. You can choose to save Crestwood, or you can leave it to burn, which in the long run will help you out, but you've lost faith in people. You as an inquisitor are there to do your job. If that job means leaving people to die, so be it. You have to make that choice. Now, my inquisitor, I don't know how I'm going to play him or her. I'm probably going to be a male, by the way. I don't know how I'm going to play them. I also don't, but I just say I'm a very nice guy, and I will try and play my Inquisitor the way I think I want to play him. And the way I'm writing my Inquisitor's story right now, by the way. I'm writing his or her story. I'm still deciding what race I'm going to be, by the way. I'm just saying, do I be an elf or a Qunari? Oh, it's very different. I don't like the dwarves, and I'm not big. I don't like playing humans if I don't have to. But I like that I will probably be an elf or a Qunari. Sorry, not a Qunari. Quick correction, the Qunari is a Kossith you can play. You don't play a Qunari, by the way. You'll get the option to play a Kossith. I know it's a very difficult... I get mixed up as I call it a Qunari. It's actually a Kossith. The Qunari aren't a race of people. They're a organisation, more of a religious belief in a way. That's the Qunari, the Q and blah, blah, blah. Sorry, I made a mistake there. I make mistakes. Give me a break. But I really want to see what they're going to do with this. I really, really do. And I'm writing my Inquisitor story as I go along. As more information comes out, I'll be able to add to that story. And I really want to see what that's going to lead to and what else is going to happen. So, I think that's about it. Let me know what you thought about the gameplay. I know some of you may have saw it way before me, but I don't care. I wanted to be patient and wait until it was officially released. It may have been officially released a few months ago, but I didn't care. I wanted to wait until BioWare came out and said it was fine to watch, and I watched it, I loved it, and I enjoyed it. I'll leave a link to, and now you can just find it on YouTube, just Dragon Age Inquisition gameplay, you'll find it, no problem. But I would recommend that you look at it. I've probably missed a few things in there. I couldn't cover everything because it's a half an hour long worth of gameplay, and I didn't want to cover every little bit of detail in there because I was literally analysing this thing like, I want to talk about that, and that. But I decided I'll just talk about key points because I'm analysing this like a motherfucker because I love it! Sorry, I got a little excited there. Anyway, let me know what you thought of Dragon Age Inquisition, the gameplay that's been out. Did you like the look of it? And also, let me know what your hopes and what your... Let me know that if you're excited or there are problems with Dragon Age Inquisition. I have some problems with it, as it says, the gameplay for me, as it says, this is pre-alpha footage, so I can't judge it too lightly right now. The gameplay is still very action-based, and I'm not minding that, but it's a little cartoony in some instances, but that's just a wee nitpick. As it, this is pre-alpha footage. I will not judge it until it comes out, okay? So, highly recommend you go watch it, and also, if you could, please do not hesitate to let me know what you thought of it. And I think that's everything. Thank you for watching. As always, I'm Scottish Warrior 92. If you want to continue to support me, please do not hesitate to, if you enjoyed this, yeah, I'm not going to. I feel dirty going to ask for that. As always, Scottish Warrior 92 here. I'll see you all later. Ciao for now. Mwah.